Hello, game familiar here. Uh, Welcome back to Roguebook, I guess. I decided to do a special video. We're gonna play at Epilogue 0. I just reset the run, just went through the starting tutorial, started a run. Because there were some questions in the Steam page and the Reddit, and asking for tips for beginners. And instead of just typing a really long post that is really missing a lot of the nuance, decided to just record a video and post it for future reference. And I guess that is the guide, the drive guide for Epilogue 15, which also helps in Epilogue 0. So but there's some specific stuff. Now there's a caveat, and that is I'm not thinking total beginners to deck builders. I'm thinking total beginners to Roguebook. So, and I decided at Epilogue 0 with nothing going on because it's a guarantee uh, to get the. I mean, everybody starts this way. I took 1 damage with Chara in the tutorial, which, yeah, I think I should have just defended, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's 1 health. It's not gonna matter. Okay, so the first thing you do, and this is gonna sound obvious, is you're gonna check everything in. Well, I guess you can go to a shop first, but that's fine. You're gonna check all the information that you have. And right now you're gonna have 5 brushes. Later on, as you unlock embellishments and the game gets harder with epilogues, but you get more resources, you're gonna start with 1 ink. But 1 brush, it's 5 brushes is pretty good. You're gonna be having 3 brushes anyways in the late game, so you're gonna locate your towers. They're in one side, so this is sort of like a very unusual. That's fine though, because we don't have Feria Wells unlocked yet, so I generally want to get them on both sides of the road. It's still a pain in the ass because most of our regular fights are over here, but it's fine. We'll manage. We'll manage. We got the jump start there, and we can just do our stuff. What else? This is a very hard to get fight. We might not get there. There we can get easy. Gotta guaranteed elite. There is an exception in the first run, and the first boss is gonna be Zephyr every time. But it's fine. Well, I'll just gonna say what Zephyr is gonna do because he has a very specific ability that he does. He essentially gets enraged at half HP, so you just have to figure out a way to scale somehow, or just burst him down. Then we just go to the shop and we check what we got. Alright, so we got a Valkyrie in the shop. Do not buy a Valkyrie in the shop ever. Actually, you could. It's just not in the chapter 1 shop. Because you're not guaranteed to get courage sources. Also, there are not a lot of courage sources unlocked just yet in the first round, so this is gonna be fun later on, but now we just have to hold on to it a little bit. We got our gems. You can think of gems as upgrades in Slay the Spire, but they're also potions, even the permanent ones, because you have the flash ones that are sort of potions, but yeah, because you can place them in mid battle, so, and you often should place them mid battle. There are certain combinations of gems that I use so often that I know they're gonna be good, that I just do it so that just for expediency's sake, but I'm gonna try to avoid doing that. So you're always gonna have a guaranteed rare. Sorry, that's not the whatever the maximum difficulty, the maximum words. I'm having trouble with words today. The maximum rarity. They always cost 150 early on. Later on, they're gonna cost like 250, I think. And then you have like your other 2 are gonna be random. They cannot be legendary though. So the treasures are a little bit not viable this early on because they're very expensive and you need to improve your deck, and you often do that by buying the other stuff. Now, what's special about the shop in Roguebook is that it's available throughout the entire chapter, and that gives you a lot of freedom and a lot of power. Like, imagine you could do this in Slay the Spire. It would be a very different game. And one thing that I've noticed when I saw the streamers, when like Slay the Spire streamers, when they did back in the day when Roguebook went out, is that they often they just play Roguebook like Slay the Spire. Now, some of them are so good at Slay the Spire that they, and Roguebook early on is not as hard, that they could just get away with that, and yeah, and just make up for it because they're so good that they can just play the game and just translate the Slay the Spire heuristics like on the fly, which is fine and that's gonna be helpful. But you should start playing Roguebook like, like you would Roguebook, not, and that means that you can think of it as an open world roguelike deck builder. So you have quite a bit of freedom, so you should use it. And that means that you don't necessarily need to open a vault, go to a fight, open a vault, go to a fight, and do that thing. You could open a bunch of vaults, improve your deck, and then take the fights. You could delay opening the vaults and just saving the gold to see what your options are. That's gonna depend. Generally, what you want to do, the first fight in every chapter, it's in a pool where the fight is easier. You're gonna have one of three possibilities in chapter 1 and chapter 2, and 1 in 2 in chapter 3. Chapter 3 is a little bit of an exception because there is one of the fights that is actually harder than the fights in the second pool. Now, the second pool is a bit of an issue in chapter 1 and 2, and we're gonna take this first fight, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about the second pool and what you should do before taking the second fight, which is a little bit different than, actually it's quite different of what you do in Slay the Spire. Because in Slay the Spire you just take your card, maybe go to an event, or you generally avoid going to events in early on in chapter 1, but in floor 1. But you don't have that many choices, right? You just click on the second in the second fight, and generally the first 3 fights are gimmies in Slay the Spire, and they're there so that you get familiar with the mechanics of the game, and you just get a starting point. And of course, you don't have that in Roguebook, so that's one of the things that might be troublesome for players, because you might be losing a lot of HP that you don't have to lose early on. Okay, let's just take the first fight. It's gonna be either Homeland Defender, which is the one guy. This is Defender and Archer. Now, there is a key here. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have the tooltips. Can I remove the tooltips? No, I cannot. Okay, fine. Right, so you generally just want to kill the Archer first. You can play a little bit around that, but when in doubt, just hit this guy a bunch of times. Now, because he's gonna take a turn off, but he's gonna do a huge attack in turn 3. So now, if there is no Archer, the Defender always attacks, so you can sort of play a little bit around it. But honestly, we can just block. There's no reason to take damage. You go. I'm gonna kill you. We are guaranteed a kill, almost likely next turn, so we can get a hit there. Nah, I'm not even gonna take that chance. I'm gonna just use solid. Because we're not taking damage to the Defender here ever. We're just gonna have to take a little bit longer path to it, but it's fine. It's gonna be 12 every turn. Now this changes a little bit in Epilogue 27 or when you have Rising Fervor, because with that modifier they gain 1 power every turn, but now we don't care right now. Okay. Alright. Now let's talk about the second fight. And let's talk about what you should absolutely never do. Especially when you don't have a lot of embellishments, and especially if you're past Epilogue 12. So that's the last, yeah. And that is just go straight to another fight. Or just start spending. Just take a little bit of a breather and figure out what you're gonna do. And right now, we have sort of a budge generation, because the towers are not near the fights. That's not gonna be the general case, but we're gonna deal with it. That's fine. Now you do need to get to the fights to get your inks. Fights, normal battles generally, unless you have a very specific modifier, give you noble ink. Now you can get a noble ink or you can get a pigment. The pigments apply to the brushes. Do take into account that if you already have a pigment, you cannot get a pigment. So you could just try to abuse that or use that to just get inks. And if you don't have brushes, you do not get a pigment. So you could sometimes go to 0 so that you are guaranteed to get an ink. Now, late fights always give you a brush, and there's always 2. One is going to be visible every time unless you have the main path hidden, and you're not going to have that until really late. You're playing Epilogue 27 or you're just doing your Terra Incognita run. So you're just gonna have to find one of them. You usually want to do them because they give you a lot of resources, but sometimes you're not gonna be able to afford them. The other thing that I try to avoid, and by try to avoid is almost never do it, and you're generally never gonna be able to, never gonna have to do it, generally. It's go to the Rune of Sights before visiting the Sky Towers. And the reason why you don't want to do this, it's, yes, they might uncover something there that is within the tower's reach, and then you just lost the Rune of Sight. But it's a little bit worse than that. Actually, it's a little bit worse than you might think, because it's not just the little bit of the tiles that you found. This is a point of interest in the map. So you essentially lost access to getting information of points of interest in the map. It's not just random tiles. I mean, the map is a little bit big, but yeah. So because of the way this pan out, we're gonna have to go to unlock fights before we go to the towers. Yes, we're gonna have to do it. The way there are a few patterns, and you generally try to maximize the squares that you see, but it's maximizing the squares that you see, however, with a plan. So our plan right now is unlocking the fights. So we're gonna try to unlock as many fights as possible to get more resources to go there, to essentially clear the map. So we can go here and unlock these 2 with that noble, and that gets us here very close to the other side. Gets us here and here. So if we get a 4, we can get there. We can get it there with a 3 and a brush, and we get both. No, yeah, I can't get there anyways. So we put in a brush, and this one we'll probably skip it unless we get the magic carpet, which is a treasure that lets you go through this terrain. So that's not a bad spot. Another option would be going here, but I like this one. And there are no farewells, I think, just yet. Farewells are the way you get the guaranteed uh, extra energy. Um, and in Roguebook, instead of getting like the standard get extra balls with extra energy with some downside treasure at the boss game, what you do get is you get these points of interest that give you a treasure that if you got 3 of them, you get energy, 1 extra energy every turn. And if you got just the one, you get one extra the first turn, and then the second one gives you 1 extra the second turn, and the third one it's the one that gives you that. By the way, if you get 6, and then you get 2, which is pretty good. And you could get 7 because there's a narrative that gives you an extra one. So yeah, that would be like an extra. Actually, no, you get 8 because there is a guaranteed one in the mines, but you haven't unlocked the mines yet, so that's fine. So we're gonna do this as 11. Like generally everything above 10 is good, but you probably could do better. But again, we're not maximizing for on cover, but for objectives, and these ones we need those fights, especially since we don't have access to these things, the sky tower. So, and now we're not gonna take fights just yet because we do need to improve the deck. The deck is not good enough to take the fights in the second pool. The second pool has 4 possible fights. 2 of them are very, very bad. And those are the big guys. The Seed Sower, which is the guy that gives, it has a bunch of HP, and it gives weakness to the guy in front. So essentially neutralizes Shara, but it really, Shara's ability, I mean. And yeah, it's a pain in the ass to deal with. And then the other one, it's the Fox, which is, if we see it, we're gonna see the name, and then you have the other ones are kind of way more manageable. I guess the 2 Rebel Slingers, if you're not fast enough, they could give you a little bit of trouble. Now, the Fox guy, his effect is that every other hit, it takes half damage. So they essentially curve your output, and they deal decent damage. Now the Fox does not scale like a lot, at least not here. Seed Sower does scale, and however there are ways around it. You could get a big stick, which is perfectly fine, and if we find one, like a big front-loaded attack card, that's good. Another way to deal with them is aggressive allies. Now, allies are very good in this game. You can think of them as some form of status effects in Slay the Spire, but they don't translate quite well. For example, Horsemaster is amazing because it's aggressive, it costs you 1, and it gives you the ability to swap. Now, you can think of a swap as a little bit of a worse artifact charge in Slay the Spire. Now, because you can think of it that way. It also improves the value of your hearts, because the hearts heal you 10, but they heal 10 each hero. So if you have the ability to swap and distribute the damage, you essentially make it so that they're more effective. The other thing that they do is they trigger other effects, but if you get weakness or vulnerable, it helps you deal with those things. Now, the other effect that you get, I guess, is bleed. The other effects do not apply. So, but those are the 2 more common, right? Weakness and vulnerable. And one of the other thing that they do is that they're not affected by Aura of Weakness, and they're not affected by the ability of the Fox of getting half damage, so they're constant damage. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, those fights, those enemies have large HP pools, so that fight is gonna take 5-6 turns. Yeah, unless you get like big hits. That's decent damage for the energy, and it goes away. It also stays relevant because remember, the ability to swap is very useful, so yeah, that's very good. Now we're gonna open vaults anyways, because we might get a discount. The vaults cost 25 gold, and we might get legendary cards, and uh, rare cards, uncommons, or whatever the name it is. I don't remember. Okay, so what do we got? We got Spirit Spice, draw two, then put two cards on top of your deck. We're not doing that because unless we have very specific requirements, this is a very bad card. Kickflip is pretty decent. It's a way to retreat, which with this means essentially we get two block most likely, and we deal 18 damage. Uh, it does have the restriction that Shara needs to be in front, but with one Shara in front hitting, it's a decent hit. It's 1 for 18. It's 18 damage. It's pretty good. We have the Spyglass. The Spyglass is also very good. It's a way to deal with essentially. It's a way to scale our damage. It is susceptible to Aura of Weakness though, because it halves that one. It's like 50% less damage. So and it costs 2, but it does have better upside later on. We could also skip, and the reason we could also skip is because we saw the shop, and the options at the shop are pretty decent. That being said, it's a discount. We got talents, and yeah, there is. We got talents. They unlock every 4 cars for a little while until 34 once you have everything unlocked. But for now, it's 26, and we can get 4 talents. And generally, you want to try to get to at least 14 cars in chapter 1, unless you're doing something very specific, like you're trying to go infinite for some reason. You're also gonna know what the final boss is eventually. So, and if you see mist, you want cards anyways. So, because that guy takes cards out of your deck, so you need to be able to handle that. Now, I'm gonna click Kickflip. Although Spyglass, I'd probably go Spyglass later on. We also have 2 more bots, so didn't have to do that. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go 1, 2, and then I'm gonna buy Horse Master. Unless I get 1 here. I didn't. Now I'm regretting a little bit not getting getting that Kickflip because 1000 cuts is a lot better. Alright, I can click on some behind me already as well. Which is something a little bit different. You would never do that in Slay the Spire. Like getting those big blocks early on. It's a little bit too dangerous, but here I'm happy with it. But 1000 cuts is a lot better though. And now I think this kickflip has 2 sockets, which is pretty good. One thing that you might be tempted to do is essentially say, well, this is 30 damage, and it costs 2, so it's 1 for 15, and this is 1 for 18. But of course, it's a multi hit. If we get some form of scaling, it's on the like with power or strength, it's pretty good. But even like as is a lot better because it's just 1 draw, so you just need to draw 1 card. That's generally valuable. So I'm just gonna click on 1000 cuts, get another card, and get a talent and see what we are going for. Oh, come on. No. There are, so we can get the Master Swordsman's, and that scales us, and that scales the 1000 cuts. That's fairly effective. It takes a little while. Think twice. I'm happy about it. We can think twice. The other option would be pump up. There's a primal skull in the shop, which is it would increase its cost, but it would make it block for 23, and I guess it's 25 because generally that means Soroko is in front, and that's a lot of block. And then we get the 2 headbangs, and if we get the fire breath, is another way to scale our AoE. But we did take the 1000 cuts, so I guess I'm gonna go Master Swordsman, get the Horse Master, And then that should probably be enough damage to deal with pretty much chapter 1. Unless we get something really special, we're probably gonna be skipping on damage stuff and just focusing a little bit more on Soroko. Okay. And we go Horsemaster. And we got our talent. Oh, by the way, this is very good as well. Archer Seminole, this discount energy. Obviously, we can't afford stuff, but all right. So we got Alacrity. Oh, by the way, these are triplets. That means that what the talents you get, they're random, but you're always gonna get the same combination of talents every time. Like Alacrity is always gonna show with Power Fist, it's always gonna show with Charismatic. What is gonna change is the heroes, right? Because heroes have different talents, but I guess the one with the party and the one with the specific hero are always gonna be matched. Now, Power Fist, it scales the first attack of Soroko. Soroko doesn't really have a lot of multi-hits, although it has the best multi-hits in the games. I don't think I guess the most combo ones, because it has volley, which scales with your power, which that means that volley would do a lot of damage, and then mortars, which is with the amount of cards played, but they're sort of like a very late game kind of stuff. Then you have Alacrity, which deals damage, a bunch of damage, and Retreat, which decent. However, there is a clear winner here. We have 2 allies, and this guarantees that we put them in play. This is just Charismatic, it's just too good to pass, and so we just get this. Now, the other thing to notice that it's not, I don't think it's explained, or maybe it explained it too fast. You can essentially click on the here to swap the order of the characters, the order in which they appear. And yeah, we don't mind Charan front though. We have enough swapping around that it's gonna be. Well, actually, we don't have. We have kickflip. We have guard and defend. Okay, fine. Let's start with Soroko in front. So he takes hits. Now we obviously now have to take a fight because we don't want to use the rune of sight. I feel prepared now that we did that. And again, that's quite different to Slay the Spire in that regard, in the practical aspect of playing the game. Okay, so we got the AoE fight. We should take 0 damage here. Now, something to consider with this thing is that this guy is hidden. He's gonna summon stuff, so you can try to time the kills to essentially not kill everything in one go, or kill everything in one go, and that way you get it loses the self, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to hit it, and they show up. So now we're gonna hit for 8, and that's 6, so that's 14. We can block for enough and kill one, and we're gonna click. Actually, we're gonna kill the one that doesn't. Wait, I cannot kill because so I guess we are going to kill this guy and then block. Right. Okay, we're gonna get vulnerable on Soroko, which means Aurora should go in front. Now we gotta kill this guy next turn. Yeah, that's fine, it's not attacking. And we get our guy, she deals enough damage to kill you. Shot is taking a little bit of damage, but it's like 2 damage, it's nothing, so we go like that. We hit you. You get killed with this. We hit you. And unfortunately, we are... Actually, no, I don't have to. Because I can just swap. Soroko is gonna block, so it's gonna take 1 damage. There you go. And yeah, 2 guys show up. But it's fine. He'll be fine. Okay, so we can just kill these 2 guys. Obviously, we need to kill that guy as well. So it'll be 1, 1, 2. Soroko stays on front, takes 1 damage, right? 9, 9. Yep. Yeah, like 2 damage is okay. Generally don't take any damage here, but it's fine. Like it's not a big deal. I lose his stuff. Alright.
What's next?
Got another noble link. So do we want to unlock stuff? Well, we get there with this both of those with the common. So we probably take this fight beforehand. So we take the fight, try to get a common. If we get a common, that's great. If we don't get a common, ideally we want a royal ink there to go straight. We can brush ink into towers as well, like maybe brush here and then ink with 3 and 4. That's pretty good. I can do it right now. Like we got that fight unlocked, so but if it's a pigment, it's a pain in the ass. So we take the normal battle first and see what our options are after that. Again, we prepare for this. Okay, we got a bullpine. It's a free bullpine. Okay, that's I couldn't remember that guy. Okay, so we go hit, and we reset the counter and just take 2 hits. It's fine. I'm taking the damage this turn. He has 80 HP, which is not a huge amount right now. It's gonna have a lot more later on. This is gonna be very helpful. And I think Shadow can tank 1 hit. Well, I guess we can do it this way. And oh, actually, no, we don't need Shadow to tank the hit. We can just do it that way. Go, boom, boom, boom. Swap to Soroko. That's 14. Again, not, you know. I mean, we still took damage. It's at 0. We can swap, kick flip. Right? Yeah. There you go. And we did get the common, so now we're gonna, before we do this, we're gonna visit towers. We might get some precision ink. If we get a precision ink, we can just use 1 tick brush and we take care of those 2. 1 save 2 ticks and save that ink. So we're gonna approach this tower this way. No, that's not. There is better because it's 3 and 4. So we go there. And we found the common, so we can visit both towers, which is awesome. No, it's the noble one. There you go. And we get this. Found that guy. That guy has awesome. Alright. Found our elite. Pick up the gold, of course. And now we can actually go to those runes of sight. That being said, we don't have to do it right now because there is something. Well, actually, we should, because if there is something here, it might save us some. So, all right, got an event, which is good. And then we got a big one, which is also good. Okay, free gem. That's good. That's good. I should stop saying that's good, but yeah, can't stop it right now. Okay, so we might find fights here, so maybe we want to improve the deck a little bit. But before I do that, I'm gonna explore a little bit more because I'm always doing this. So I want to unlock the fights, so we just do it this way. Nope, here. There you go. And we found a heart. Okay. So how many bolts we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bolts. We could afford them. I'm gonna open the narrative because I want to show up with a little bit more gold. just in case we need it. Ooh, right. So we could get, it's gonna cost 0 every time anyways. We could get, oh, both of them are good. Okay, so here right now the gargoyle is a lot better right now, and this pair doesn't have scaling really for the Cobalt Guardian. Now, if you have Zephyr in your party, which is the one, I guess the boss that we're gonna fight right now, this becomes a lot better. Although, you know, it's still good. It's still 2 damage per turn and 2 block, but we're gonna go for the Cobalt Gargoyle because that means that now we got 10 damage guaranteed, and we, yeah. 10 damage guaranteed each turn once we're set up, and we got 5 from turn 1, which is pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna open bolts anyways. We still haven't seen Seed Sower, so we want to improve the deck anyways. Ooh, this is nice. Okay, so we got Impact, which is okay-ish AoE. We got Clash, which I absolutely love. It blocks and attacks and moves circle in front. Remember, block it's a lot better. I mean, it's a lot better than in Slay the Spire as well, but it's a lot better here because the block swaps you. But then again, we have the AoE with block, and it puts you in. It puts us in the position that we want to be in, and we got a little bit of scaling there. So yeah, we'll take the whirlwind. And I could save for gems, but honestly, I'm probably just gonna get another talent and just see where we are. Maybe not. Okay, so we got Warcry. It's not amazing. We already have a kick flick and we don't have daggers, so we could just skip this one. It has combos, so it goes here a lot of time. Again, we don't have daggers right now, so yeah, we can skip this one. Let's just open the other one and see what we're going with. Ooh. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take the pump up now. It's gonna be helpful to have those headbangs to pair with the whirlwind to make the whirlwind better. Barrage is pretty good, especially because we already have a whirlwind, so we can sort of play it around with it. And some behind me is just a big block guard, which is good, but yeah, pump up is good. It's better, I mean. And yeah, we can also use it to essentially try to dump the, like, accumulate the headbangs and then dump them in against Zephyr, although I don't have a way to play them just yet. Master Swordsman, Horsemaster, and the Gargoyle are gonna do enough damage to just, yeah, to make up for it. So yeah, it's gonna be pump up anyways. So okay. We got two choices of pump up. If we can buy the gem, we can go Primal, which is amazing, it blocks for a lot, or we could go Asher's Emerald and make it cost 0, which is pretty good too. Oh, we got Repost, so I could buy Repost to get the daggers to combo with the headbangs. Okay, so the headbangs cost 1, but they have combos, so if you play a card from another hero, they cost 0, and daggers always cost 0, so we can just swap them around, and that means that we accumulate the power with the headbangs and then do damage. Obviously, we have the Master Swordsman, so the daggers are a little bit better. So you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it probably better than accumulating cash for the gems, although the gems are pretty good. And we had another bot that we should probably visit before making a decision. Now let's see. Ooh. Alright, the Barrage or the Flatten. In the Keyflip we already have one. I like the Flatten. Flatten is good, but Barrage is probably better, to be honest. Right now. Yeah, especially with the pump up. I love Flatten though. And we are going to bite the repos, and that puts us at a talent. We got Bravado. We don't have sources of courage right now. We got Quick Reflexes, which is pretty good, and Second Wind, which is also good. It's, yeah, especially for what we're doing. But I'm gonna go Quick Reflexes. It's very good. The problem that I have with it is that I generally forget that it has that effect. So, but now since I'm speaking, it's fine because I'm not gonna forget, or I probably will forget anyways. But you're gonna see it in action. So I could already go and unlock that fight, and essentially discover more of the map. Yeah. Go. Got another heart. The other thing that to take into account with the radiant hearts is that you can actually accumulate them and you save them for later on. So with Roguebook you have a lot of control over, in contrast with Slay the Spire, over when you do this, when you deal with stuff, right? Because essentially you carry with the campfires with you. As you've seen, we have changed the deck. We have taken 2 fights and we've changed the deck quite a bit. So actually 3 fights, I guess. Just the first one is kind of hard to... Do I open these? No, we visit the rune site first and we'll play take fights here. Oh, there's a narrative. I'm gonna... there is a bunch of stuff that asks you... Well, not a bunch of stuff, but there is some stuff that asks you for money, so I guess I'm just gonna take a fight and see how we are. I like my chances here. I don't think we take a lot of damage. We're gonna take probably a little bit of damage because we're gonna take 2 elites, and one of the elites is the assassin, which gives you bleed, and there's no way to bypass that. But we're just gonna put Shadow in front. Actually, we're gonna put Shadow in front. She's already in front because we have quick reflexes, so we have quite a bit of control over if Soroko ends at the front or not. So I'm gonna leave the elites for last, although that's not always the case, but for this one, yeah, probably it is. Okay, so we can kill this guy and deal damage to that, and Shadow can take the hit because we're probably gonna use 1 heart unless I feel like I'm really powerful. And yeah, we just hit here. You die. Take 5. Well, actually, no, we don't have to. I almost forgot. This guy is almost certainly dead, like really soon, because we got the whirlwind. And yeah, there it is. Do that. You die. And get our dagger. Well, actually, not that. There you go. And we got a pigment, which we're probably gonna save because we already explored as much as needed this time around. So I could see a case for going big. Like, that's a huge explosive pigment, but the problem is that we don't have Fairy Wells unlocked, so it doesn't matter. Like right now, because we don't have a Fairy Well, I would do that, but sorry, I would do that in the regular run, but since we don't have them unlocked, there's no point. We already found enough value. I made a document, that I'm gonna post a link to, documented as those stuff. Oh, this is the 5th pull, so we got the forest wisps already, and we're probably gonna kill one of them, which is gonna be you, and Soroko is gonna end up in front. So wait, should we just kill the guy that's doing the most damage? And the answer is probably yeah. Yeah, we do it that way, and then we do it this way. And it doesn't matter, Soroko is gonna end up in front every time, so I might as well do this. Yep. Not gonna take any damage here. I mean, it's very unlikely that, yeah. Nah. And we got our AoE incoming. You're gonna die, so... Yeah, maybe we wanted the... No, there is no way to not kill them, so... the annoying part is that... So that's 18, but it's less than 18. So we're gonna do it this way. We get the whirlwind, you die, and then we block, and the guy deals enough damage. Yeah, 0 damage, right? It's good. So we might not need to use the hearts this time around, which again, it's good. And you die. Our precision, we're gonna be saving those resources for next chapter. Yeah, we're gonna go above 100. Actually, the other reason is we're probably gonna do the elites first. Oh, there's the seed sour. Okay. But in the second pool, which is the fifth and sixth regular fight, it shows up with Azul Wisp. So. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, actually, that was a mess up. Huh. It doesn't matter. It takes 2 hits anyway, so. Well, it might matter for dagger purposes, but there you go. And AoE kills them. So, oh, another thing to take into account here. I haven't spoken about it, but so these guys, they generally you have 2 types of enemies: enemies that have a fixed pattern, and then you have enemies that have a pull without replacement. So you don't have truly random stuff in Roguebook. So if you know the move set, you can sort of predict what they're gonna do. So that guy it did multi-hit, it did the big hit, it's gonna skip next turn. And you don't know what it's gonna do in the next one, but yeah. So we probably let Shara take a hit here. And we do kill the Wisp because we don't want to deal with the protection. So it would be 12, 14, we take 4 damage. Well, actually 4 damage is probably... Yeah, we're still probably in the range where it doesn't matter. And then, you know, that Gargoyle is doing some work. So that's good. We work with the pump up. Do a strike. Get a headband going. Move Shara to the front. Got another headband going. So that's pretty decent. So it's 24, but we can do 23. That'll be 33, 33, and 9. That's 42. We're missing a little bit, so we're just gonna go block here. And now we probably get Shara hit. You know, it's decent because that means that the heart is gonna do some work. If we end up using it, because you know, it's plus 10. And now 10 damage. We should have little here.
That was fun!
Okay. So do we take an elite? Oh, there's the... never mind. Oh. Do I save the big brush? It's 21. 1 over there and then brush. Sure. $25. Yeah, that's pretty decent. We got some pages early on. Pages matter. And we don't... Okay, so that's pretty good. We got 2 choices here. We can either put it in AoE, but obviously it's probably gonna go on 1000 cuts. We're gonna hold on to it just in case we actually needed to place to place it someplace else. And we open the vaults, but I'm not, unless we see something very good. Balloon fish is okay, another pump up is okay, adrenaline rush is fine, but I'm happy skipping this. Again, balloon fish is decent. And we got charismatic, so it doesn't really cost us anything, but it does cost us the draw. There's hammer time. Hammer time is a way to we deal with stuff. Huh. I think it's hammer time. Don't hate it. We can make it cost 2 and then help barrage next turn. It's generally a decent card. Alright, gets us cost closer to 19. And do I go to, I think I'm gonna go to a narrative first, although you could try to make the elite, and in case you get a healing one, it helps you in that regard. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, we're just gonna pay the 100 gold and just remove a card, which is probably gonna be a strike, and it's gonna be a Soroko strike for sure, because Soroko strikes are worse than Charas by a mile, and we don't like them anyways. We want Soroko either doing big hits or defending, so there you go. All right, I'm happy with those choices. Now that does remove the option to go to the shop, but we can open that vault, and I probably will, just in case we find something that see, now it's not a quick strike here, because quick strike is whatever, we don't care about it. It pairs a little bit with the headbangs, but obviously buckle up or grid shield are both very good. Deck is gonna be a decent size, so grid shield has retain, has melee, which is pretty good, but I think buckle up is the choice. We have a bunch of stuff that we want to combo with, so
Seems good, man.
let's buckle up. There is a lot of to gain from the elites, but I'm gonna do this one because this one we have to do unless we spend our precisioning, so, or the brush that we go to that elite, so it makes no sense to take the other one first, just in case we lose a bunch of. Oh, it's Queen's Assassin. Okay, so she's gonna inflict bleed, so who gets the bleed? And the answer is probably Soroko. That being said, I could get a kill here and then click on Soroko, and that means that this guy does not get shield. He doesn't get shield if I kill it anyways, so there is that as well. But oh, this is kind of interesting. I'm not that worried about blocking against the assassin, because the problem with the assassin is that it's just I am going to slot the raw ruby into the 1,000 cuts to essentially kill it fast. The problem is that we don't have a guarantee. I'm just gonna do that. You die. There you go. And now Soroko has bleed, so we're in a timer here. And we are concussed, which sucks a little bit. Okay, didn't lose the important card. Good, good, good. So this is gonna block for almost enough. And now that's 10. We can take 2 damage, or I could just use this. And that hit, yeah, we do it this way. Okay. So we got our 2 headbangs, and the most likely scenario is we get a kill next turn. Yeah, it could be wrong. All right. So, unfortunately, Soroko is gonna get another hit. That being said, yeah, I don't think there is a way to save Soroko from that hit. It's just a matter of, so this will be plus 6, so that will be 21, 26, 26, and 12. That's 28, 38 we're missing. So yeah, it's another tick. Now we're guaranteed to kill it next turn anyways, but yeah. So if that's the case, we just get an extra hit here. We don't use the headbangs. Wait, that's more damage. That's 15. That's 12. So that's 27 plus 10, 37, 42. I could use the Rorui, but I don't want to. Yeah, I think it's worth not doing that. Okay. We block once, and then launch, and it's dead next turn. Pretty much doesn't matter. Yep. Wait. Huh. Maybe I miscalculated the damage, right? Yeah. Oh no, I needed to spend the energy. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, could have been wrong. There, that's fine. Ooh, we got a Primal Skull. I'm happy with that though. And I'm not worried about the other lead because that's the one that guarantees we get damage. That being said, we want Chara to even out a little bit more. Got 3 hearts. They never give inks, so we are good in that regard. So we're gonna be able to get 2 brushes and we just carry them over to next chapter. Is either okay, so this one is it's the most interactive one in terms of tactics. So whenever we kill something, it essentially takes the turn off. So the idea is we try to maximize those, and that means that we probably don't kill this turn because we can essentially full block here. So we just hit there. That's guaranteed to get a stun next turn. All right, yeah, I need to do this. There you go. We have a stun next turn. Get a bunch of daggers. I'm happy, I'm happy. Here you go. Okay. I am equipping this already. I'm doing this. And we just block. Probably shouldn't be doing this, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's the next turn, so.
A worthy foe.
Alright. Ooh, Ogreville, there is only one place where Ogreville goes, and that is on Soroko. We already have too many triggers for it, so. Okay, and that makes our 2 costs a lot better. Now, do take into account that that block does not change your direction of the position where you are, but it's still pretty good. So it's 19. We're not gonna be able to get unless we want to greed and try to get money to get the other stuff. We're not getting there. I wouldn't hate a pump up or a fair breath here, but I mean it's fine. Also it's 69 gold, so we keep that. Now, do I need the heart? The answer is probably not, so we're just gonna go and just save the hearts for next chapter. Okay. I'm gonna save Soroko here. Take the 10 damage. I think that's acceptable to do here. Because we might need to use quick reflexes. We fully healed anyway, so All right, that's good. So buckle up. There we go. And I'm happy with that because again, we have our aggressive allies doing work, so it's not as bad. And yeah, I can launch 1,000 cuts. It's a lot of damage. Start working on the headbanks here. And it's already got enraged, so yeah. Okay, so what's the plan? We do repost. This is 20, whatever. So it's 10, 17, 32. Okay. I guess we fully block. I could have used the primal skull as well, but it's fine. Get a bunch of daggers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it better than just to hit? Yeah. I just want to hit here. Again, I could have held on to those daggers, but we need very little damage next turn, so. Yeah, this one takes a little while every time. Unless it bugs out on us. Come on. Okay. There you go. Okay.
I feel
I
strong.
thought it had bugged, but no. That one always takes a little while. I don't know why. We got we fully heal. And again, that's the special tres, where whenever the hero is at or below 50%, they gain 3 power. I think Shara has less HP and multi hits. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be the Mighty Ruby. We already got our Barrage or Whirlwind, and we have pretty decent. There are certain treasures that have thresholds, and the 20 is a very it's a common threshold for a bunch of stuff, and that makes a barrage go past the threshold by itself, and that's a big deal because it might be apply weakness to everything or apply bleed, like 5 bleed to everything, so that's pretty good. That being said, they are always very good to I'm a fan of Flatten and Impact as well, so Impact not as much, but all right. Ooh, and see, now we do get the Mega Turbine because it's a way to get energy. We're not gonna have a lot of energy um, to play around with this run, so Mega Turbine makes sense because we don't have the firewalls just yet unlocked. So, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'll be right back. So just gonna cut. So it's not a live stream. So all right, I'm back. Hello. I don't even know if I think I click stop recording before clicking continue, but it's fine. All right, Nadim, it's telling us about something. I don't care. And now, yeah, this looks more like a regular map where our towers are in a position to help us reach the normal fights. The map is a little bit bigger because it's chapter 2. We can take that first battle first time. We're fine. We got a. Now we can consider the gems more, although we're still in business for Dark Ogre Cookie. Is pretty good. We got good targets for it. But oh, Tyrion Shield's also very good. It's a bit expensive though. Golden Fear is kind of whatever. We don't care. Yeah, we take the normal battle first, and that is gonna unlock the map. We have 3 pulls, and we got the spawn of Istanu, which it takes 6 damage every time we play. It has a bunch of HP, and it, it puts weakness on us. So gonna probably do it in this order, I guess. 15 plus 2, 17. Most likely I'm just gonna do it this way, and I am going to use the... There you go. Get our dagger. It's 12. That's not a lot of block needed, so we just do it that way. Huh. Yeah, there is no way to avoid the weakness with Chana here because of the... this enemy always attacks, so essentially multi-hit, pass through, and then big hit. That's what it does. No, we're not taking damage because we're wind blocks for 8, and then that's essentially 10. So... Alright, that's cool. Alright. That went well. We got it with more inks. And now we do the same thing. We don't just do a fight. We're gonna unlock and visit the map and try to reach our towers before doing anything else. So that makes the novel work for us. Is there a way where we can double dip the approach? Kind of. Okay. Okay, Fugara showed up. He took... Okay, the gargoyle. I like that gargoyle, so we're gonna take that gargoyle back. So maybe instead of doing what I was doing, it's gonna be very helpful. Okay, so we still go 4 and 2, and then never use brushes to approach the sky towers, of course, because that loses, makes them less efficient. Then 1, 2, 3, and oh, okay, that's blocked there. That's fine. Probably not needed to do it. Don't need to do it that way. So we can wait a little bit. I get an ink and an ink brush. But the gargoyle is good, so we're getting it back. So we have 1 fight, 2 fights unlocked. This one is easy. We already took 1, so there's only 5. So that's okay. That's the map essentially. And I could try to go for another talent or get gems. I think I'm just gonna see what the cards we get offered are. Alright, I like the smoke bomb here.
Perfect.
Maybe we get the talent that gives us energy when we swap. And we got the high 5, which is Cottage. Horshell is, it got a little bit nerfed. It used to get radioactively get the stuff. But it was way too good in the demo. I think I'm gonna go high 5. Even though it doesn't have, it's a way to float energy from turn to turn. We do have headbangs, and if we get a way to get it to draw, is good. Yeah, we don't have it just yet, but that's fine. We're at 21, so we can get another card and get a talent. And it's probably the repos or the cookie. I can see concentrate as well. Actually, concentrates a lot better with Mega Turbine. Huh. Okay, I'll bite. It also makes the deck a lot shorter, but we don't necessarily care about that one just yet. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, 3-4 rhythm is kind of weird to play around. It's good. It's just it requires you to pay a lot too much attention, and it's paired with fortune, so and it's gonna be fortune. That's way too much value in the run. Gonna be opening a lot of vaults anyway, so yeah, we're happy with taking another fight, which is probably gonna be this one to unlock that. Oh, I guess I can open a vault. I should have opened the vault. I missed that one. I happen sometimes. There you go. We get So it's a block substitution. That goes through it bypasses vulnerable. But huh. I got one high five already. Starts getting in the way. I'm gonna get a flatten. I could also skip, to be honest, but I like the flatten. Flatten is good. And it blocks for 4 already. And we might get a cookie later on. And, so the key to this fight in particular, you can no longer equip. Yeah, that was way too good when you could equip Primal Skull on Hammer Time. It's like 15 free block and do nasty things with it. Okay. Block. Save a little bit of. The key to this fight is killing one of. Oh, right. Yeah. We get the. Huh. It's 23 or. It's killing one of them fast. Essentially. Once you get one of them down, it's generally good. Okay. And they cannot synchronize. Let's see what we hit with the buckle up. Please not the headbang. Okay, no, we didn't hit the headbang, which is awesome. This is gonna give us an extra energy, which we can use to do some funky things like this. And now we fully block and get daggers to, because I think they both attack at the same turn next turn. I think they synchronize a little bit there. Yeah, there is. Okay. Yeah, probably don't mind this. Get a little bit of delay with the cottage. And we do it this way. Get our swap. You're dead. And we defend later. Actually, we do it this way. Go. And that way we got the daggers for next turn in case we need to, deal with that guy. Do that. Please. Ah. That was alright. I missed my gargoyle, so we're just gonna take the gargoyle back and get a treasure, which is good. I can do it this way, it's probably better because we uncover more of the map. Oh. Well, I kind of fucked up one up, sorry. Yeah, we can be a little bit inefficient just to see what we do. Okay, no cards in hand, gain one cottage. Probably not gonna trigger often, but you never know. Oh, they said outlaw. Oh, and I have some block, which is fine.
Perfect.
And because of Mecha Turbine, we get extra energy, most likely. Now we go do the narratives. I think there are 2 narratives, or maybe 3. I don't remember. I need to check the document. Oh, now we're in business. Okay, so we can be aggressive and get a bunch of of damage. Although we're already at this point where probably don't need it as much. We can use, we can do Be My Shadow. We have the 0 cost stuff. We have enough of it that maybe it makes even more sense than the other one. Remember, we got the outlaw, so yeah. Let's see how that goes. We're at 25, so we can get a. Is the last talent? Yeah, it is the last talent. So we can unlock the last talent already. But maybe not just yet. Take another fight. This is fine. All right, let's do it. It's still in the second pool, which okay, so these guys, the key to them is to kill them in the right order and try to get them at the same time because they get enraged, and when they get enraged, bad things happen to us. So we need to pay attention to that. That being said, we can do a big hammer time over there and just hit this guy later on, and it's gonna be hello, deal with you. And do I just spend all my energy doing this? We don't have to. We can just get a little bit less damage. And yep, now we focus on this guy, and it's gonna work because of our allies. And then we killed in another turn. So do we just do damage to everybody? We just do it this way, I think. Right? Let's see. This doesn't kill them. No, it essentially leaves them ready to die in the correct turn. They're gonna both attack next turn. Might be in a little bit of trouble, but it should be fine. Yep. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, good. Good. Take 5 damage. I could have probably used the Primal Skull there, but whatever. We got like 9 hearts, so... And we don't have cards in our hand, so yeah, we haven't got the extra energy going for us. So we're good, we're good. There you go. Horsey is good. And we can probably swap, get the strike going. Oh, there's sort of weakness in both sides. Okay, never mind. Keep our courage going. Those are 10 extra damage. We need to do 22, which is essentially 12. Okay, 5 damage against foes is decent, so we're happy with that. We got a pigment, which is great because we're gonna need it to unlock this stuff. It's 15. We could get an 18 and then just approach in a different way, but not like this. There you go, more hearts. Wait a minute, didn't I? I thought I had 9. I mean, it doesn't matter, but let's open the vault and... Oh, phalanx. Awesome. I mean, lacerate is decent scaling, but we have enough scaling. More than enough already to deal with most of the stuff. And this blocks for 15. And it has an extra token as well. Plus a talent. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So head start is pretty decent. Hidden place is also good, but I mean strongman is probably one of the best talents in the game, if not. Like it's in competition for one of the best, and we already have so many good triggers for it. So yeah, we got a decent energy generation set. We got 2 normal fights. Haven't found the second elite. I'm gonna explore a little bit more. The key with this guy is that it's gonna deal big hit next turn, but that's fine. We got weak reflexes, so and plenty of energy to deal with stuff. So this is gonna give us an extra energy, which lets us place both flatten, which is good because that gives us 2. Alright, we got an extra one. Block a little bit more. Quick reflexes and get another extra turn to deal with everything. Like 2 turns, which is way more than enough.
I've got this.
I mean that those beats are triggering way more often than I thought they would, so that's awesome. We got our precision ink, which gets us there. Probably save the brush, to be honest. There's not enough good objectives to justify. Oh, it's a big pile. Transmute, which is a way to remove cards. It's gonna be the Soroko Strikes. You always go for the worst card in the deck, and that's the worst card by a mile. And now we got some more troops here. I'm leaning Bokol up with Charter-Pontin, which is a decent amount of damage. And it gives us a 0 cost. And yeah, I'm happy with it. It's like 14 block. Those are very good too, but you know.
Very well.
You got the synergies to support it. Take that fight. Sure. Let's see what our options are. This already in the last pool. Mm-hmm.
I've got this.
We get courage, we get floating energy, still haven't used quick reflexes, so we're happy. So these guys always attack though, so they're a little bit harder to deal with. That being said, and once you deal with one of them, the other one is essentially the first bullfight, so we're good. It's just getting there. Got our pigment, we can probably save. Actually, we can save if I want to take that fight. Might not be worth it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. It's the funny thing. We might find the other elite, which is, you know, it's good. But there's not enough value in the map to do it, I think. Interesting. Playing the 2 costs, so just dealing the 7 damage now. Yeah, 7 damage now is fine. Oh wait, no, the courage to float there, I forgot about that one. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Definitely want to swap. And we want to do it from the back. Here you go. Oh, I played that in the wrong order, but that's fine. Because that would have given me energy and the refund, and that would have been fine. But okay, fine. All right, cool. This is -5. Buckle up. Nice. This gives me a refund. I'm gonna be able to float the energy with the cottage. Yeah, Rapalize. It's a manageable fight. This doesn't count for Rapalize effect, which we're happy with, and we can probably do it this way. Okay, so we do that. We kick flip. I don't need the kick flip. Do that. Do this. Concentrate the kick flip away. We take 1 damage. Actually, we don't take damage because it kills it. Alright. Ooh, face stun. Face stun is one way to deal with stuff. It's like we keep getting the same card all over again. Which could actually, we have a cookie, so it could just be the cookie and make our deck cost 0 fairly fast. There's also the concentrate play, which makes our deck smaller and smaller. It gives extra energy as well, we speak, but it does cost us 1 draw every turn. It's the same with cookie, to be honest, but I might just buy the perfect diamond and the rough diamond and be done with the stuff. And we just use it later. I don't hate another repost. Do we just do it for the sake of completeness? Fine. I mean, again, there are no farewells, but if there were, that would make a huge difference. Ooh, okay, so we got it's almost always this, unless you're doing something very specific, and that's amazing because that's a way to trigger our mecha turbine. And yeah, I don't hate seeing the bolt and seeing what we get. Ooh. It's a Dagger Cage. It's another holo, but I think Dagger Cage with retain is very good. And we got an outlaw and a repost. We could get another repost. Probably not, but hey, we could. It's an option. Okay. Block. Block. Concentrate. Yeah, whatever, one damage is fine. Because we do have our AoE, we got the pump up. Let's just do this. Let's just do that. We get our extra energy. And if you look at that, get a hit there, get a headbang, barrage, kills 2 guys, strike, quick reflexes, it lowers the burn and gives us courage. Alright. That thing, things went well. Oh, I like precisioning. Quite like precisioning. So it's back. Except now we got the dicks. Obviously we lose the pigment, but that's fine. We take a little bit of gold. And I could buy the other repost. Just for the dagger cage purposes. But sure, why not? It's good enough. I don't think there's a need to use the hearts here. Alright, so leader, we need to be a little bit careful, but you know, we got baits. Got enough baits to justify pretty much everything. We're gonna die, so it's gonna do massive damage, isn't it? Okay, we're always getting rid of that defend, to be honest. I mean, we're not super fast dealing damage, but we do decent damage. Nonetheless. Sucks a little bit, but again, we are going to be fine. Get a refund for that. And we're taking a lot more damage than we're gonna end up taking at the end, so it's gonna give me a refund, I think. Right? Yes, it is. Awesome. Mhm. Now for this one, he's probably going probably want to the vulnerable Unchara. He's probably gonna eat next turn, which sucks, but oh no, he's not. Okay, that's perfect then. Definitely want to hold on to the daggers until the other weakness is gone, but maybe not. Okay, so he's gonna get eaten, so we're gonna dump them this turn. This time around. Right. Get a refund. Okay, that's good. Another tick there. Alright, forgot about that. It's fine. We got a kill anyways, but damn, forgot about that. Oops. Alright, yeah, it's there you go.
A worthy foe.
Well, that's a bullfrog. That's one way to scale. The problem is we don't have the energy to support it. And the other stuff is kind of whatever. Just got a Shadow Fountain and now... Ooh. So I could go each ally spirit, but Magdar Scissors combo so well with our... which is our Simulacrum, or our Gargoyle, and our daggers. Oh yeah. That improves significantly our damage. Okay. Okay, we're always gonna see like legendary stuff in the legendary gems and treasures in the chapter. So it's probably gonna be Blood Crystal if we're honest, but I mean Ball Bargainer is way too good to pass. We don't know what the emboss is, and if it's greed, is very good against greed. It's pretty good in general anyways, but especially against greed. So we're kind of protected against miss because we have a 28 card deck, but other than that, I could see myself just skipping the act. And if not skipping the act, at least the first fight. And it's not efficient in terms of yeah, I don't mind that one. Ooh, we can see, we could see legendary gems there, so okay. Shadow Fountain is kind forward, to be honest, right now, but I mean, it's fine. More cards? Why not? Just take a fight. Just try to get a common. That's good. Okay, so this is the guy that we want to avoid. Obviously, that's not always gonna be the case, but yeah, generally, we can just do a big hit because it puts burn, and burn is hard to deal with as well as. I can float the energy. No, actually, I cannot because I cannot play that defense. So. That's a lot of damage incoming. You can block for a lot. We can do a lot of swapping around, so. Okay. That is quite a bit of damage. This gives me a refund, right? Yep. Huh. It's still a lot. Okay, we're good. And he's dead next turn, so it's just 6 damage, that's fine, that's acceptable. But I mean, this guy gets... He gets complicated. I mean, those scissors are doing some work. Okay, gonna have to take the second fight, but now we're guaranteed to get an ink, so that's good.
I've got this.
Oh, I messed that one up. Actually, I didn't. It's fine. I can just get rid of the quick flip. Huh. There's no reason to take damage there, I think. Yeah, and we can float the energy with the courage, that's fine. This gets me a refund. Set up that little guy. It's interesting. Okay. I think that's good enough, honestly. Oh, cool. Move here. Lock.
What lands could this fairy be?
Oh, we found a fairy. Yeah. Okay, before we do, we set the rune aside and we have to deal with the fairy.
What's over there?
Alright. Oh wait, got buckle up. So we probably want to do it in this order. Hmm.
I've got these.
Yeah, we're not fast enough for the ferry. Yeah, that's fine. It's not damn the roll of anything.
What's next?
Hmm. To be honest, this is another tip for beginners, especially early on. Later, it might matter. You don't have to take fights if you don't think. If you think the deck is good enough, you save time, but also you're incurring risk by taking those fights. So I definitely want to afford this. And then I'm missing 1 gold, which we're just gonna try to get. We have way too much resources to essentially not get at least 1 more gold. Well, I mean, there it is. And we have a way to deal with stuff there. Okay, so we can go hammer time and try to do a big hammer. We can go, depends. We can go face stunned, bulk crystal on the barrage, and just play every turn. Obviously, there's the flatten. There is a combination to put shadow fountain and blood crystal. It depends on what we see. We got flexibility, so I'm happy with that. And maybe just explore a little bit more to try to get a maybe a gem. I wasn't being efficient there, but that's fine. Okay, so Mountain Feast. Mountain Feast is legit. Okay, good. This is a cookie. That's our. And we'll use 1 heart, I guess.
Let's patch up.
It's a little downside. No, it's the avatar of miss. Every time he hits us, we want to full block essentially. Every time he hits us, we lose. And every 100, it dissolves cards. And if we're not careful, we lose stuff. But it's fine. We get to do this. Play the Mountain Fist for. Now it has 24 bleed. In this lane derivation, every 8 cards that you play, you essentially dissolve your entire hand. We are taking a lot of damage here, though. Which kind of sucks, but I don't know that'd be good. The choice in the matter there. Now this is gonna block for a little bit. I need to be a little bit more careful. That's all. Last 4 cards. I lost the Bull Bargainer, which is fine. I lost the stuff. That stuff doesn't matter as much. Actually, I didn't lose the Bull Bargainer. What did I lose? Oh, just strikes. Okay, good. I don't think I need the courage, so okay, good. All right, I'm gonna have to do it this way because I want you to be there. Use the dagger cage for sure. It's gonna scale our block quite a bit. The reason we don't need the daggers is they deal 8 damage anyways, so we'll probably keep it for the dagger cage just in case we need the dagger cage too. We'll probably go for it anyways. Okay, so yes.
Rest well.
Right. And that's the first run. And you can probably get away with those type of chapter 3 quite often in like early on, so now you get some unlocks which is good. Let's talk a little bit about those and we just can wrap up, I guess. Okay, get your unlocks. That's the deck. Yeah, it's pretty good. And now in progression, we just go embellish. Oh, actually, okay. You need to go to New Run Plus and to unlock the embellishments, I guess. I don't think I need to do another run, which I cannot do, but okay. Oh, by the way, all pairs are essentially equally viable all the way up to Epilogue 27, in which things change a little bit, but huh, no. Do I need to start? Okay, it's explaining stuff. It doesn't let me start. I think. Nope. So I need to start a run, okay. That kind of sucks. Alright, I'm not gonna do that one though, so. Alright. Generally, what you should prefer in unlocks is essentially everything that gives, like, put stuff on the map. You get those first because that's just the standard
They're
game.
not so bad after all. Brother, you're all bad.
That's just part of the main game. I guess I could swap accounts and just show the... Yeah, still dock. Damn it. Alright. Well guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. I'm gonna put the link to the Google Doc with the information about the map and yeah, it's just general information and it's focused on chapter 1, but it's fine. It's the same number of stuff in each map, and the ink patterns, they're essentially the same. So see you in the next one.